Until now, when you want to include new lines or special characters in a string, you need to include escape sequences. Example, the computer course JSON string holds a sample course with parameters such as course ID, course name, and course duration. However, to represent them as a single string, you need to escape each double quote in the JSON with a backward slash. Although it gets the job done, it doesn't look pretty. Raw string literals are a new format for string literals. They have been added to the C# 11 language to address this concern. The raw string literals can include arbitrary text, white space, new lines, embedded codes, and other special characters without requiring escape sequences. They start with at least 3 double quotes characters. It ends with the same number of double quote characters. For instance, the earlier JSON for the course can now be represented in a pretty format using a raw string literal. As you can see, it looks cleaner. Let us run the program by bringing the terminal and executing the .NET run. You can see the course detail printed is the same in both instances. The raw string literal can be single line or multi-line. Their usefulness is more prominent in the case of multi-line strings. The best example will be the JSON literals that span multiple lines. In the next example, the course raw variable holds an array of course details in the JSON format. Notice how clean and easy it is to represent them using raw string literals. Without them, it would have taken many escape sequences and new line breaks to represent them. For multi-line literals, the triple quotes should be in separate lines. This is crucial. Here, you can notice the quotes at the start and end are in new lines. Let us run the program again and check the output of the JSON. The course details are printed nicely on the console. If the string literal value needs to contain a quote inside it, then the start and end of the raw string literal should have an additional quote. Next, let us discuss quickly handling white spaces in them. Any white space to the left of the closing double quotes will be removed from the string literal. If you notice closely, although the course raw had the JSON with additional tab spacings, the output did not contain those additional spaces. The closing quotes of the raw string literal determine this behavior. Since the closing quote of this example ended after the first tab, the JSON is considered to start from that position. It is a good practice to place the end triple quote to align the elements start for better alignment. Finally, the raw string literals can include string interpolation within them. Consider this simple string interpolation that references the course ID and name. You use a single dollar symbol to represent a string interpolation. To include a string interpolation within a raw string literal, you can use multiple dollar symbols to denote how many consecutive braces start and end the interpolation. In the next example, the raw string literal contains a string interpolation. Notice the usage of 2 dollar symbols at the beginning. This shows that 2 braces will start and end the interpolation. Let us run the program and check the output again. In the former case, the course details are printed. However, in the case of raw string literal, the same is printed along with single braces. Since we used 2 dollar symbols to denote the string interpolation, the remaining third symbol is part of the normal string. The same gets printed onto the console. Raw string literals are one of my favorite features among C# 11 feature set. You can check out this feature and play around with some examples to get hang of it.